It's the penultimate episode of a Marvel TV show, so things are gonna slow down while we spend extensive time in a flashback and have character growth moments. So if they've consulted the charts, next week should be the mindless CGI action episode with no new information gained other than the reveal of the comic-accurate costume, which will get about 5 minutes of screen time. I'm Gayfesh, and today we'll be talking Miss Marvel, Episode 5, Time and Again. But before we get started, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Spoilers ahead. So the Bangle, I guess, does whatever it needs to do for the plot to happen and spends zero time explaining anything about it. Can it time travel? Sure, why not? Will it open our rift? You betcha. Will the rules of how the rift works be explained? Not a chance. The first half of the episode just tells the meet-cute story of Aisha falling in love with Kamala's great-grandfather Hassan, a Jude Law lookalike Muslim rose farmer and non-violent resistor of the British Empire. They kinda yada-yada the whole romance story with raising their daughter to about 4 or 5 years old, when Najma finds Aisha and gives her a 24-hour ultimatum to retrieve the Bangle and help them get home. Even though Hassan is starting to suffer discrimination over being a Muslim, it is Najma's return that causes Aisha to convince them to leave for Pakistan. At the train station, Aisha leaves them behind because she knows Najma has followed her and she wants to hold her off. But she gets stabbed, and while she's bleeding out, she summons enough magic to bring Kamala into the past to make sure her daughter reconnects with Hassan. Kamala tries to get her started with some hard light platforms, but she eventually is able to exert her own control over the Noor and generates a trail of stars, just like the story said. With that handled, Aisha gives Kamala a photograph of her family and dies. And Kamala returns to the present, where apparently the whole spear-stabbing Bangle thing not only did some time travel, but also opened the rift between dimensions. One of the clandestines tries to walk through it and gets turned into a skeleton. Kamala appeals to Najma's motherhood, which convinces her to close the rift, which kills her in the process, but residual energy from the rift makes its way to Kamran, who suddenly gets his own Noor powers. Kamala's mom uses Find My Phone to track her down and sees her use her powers and seems pretty damn chill about the whole thing, including Kamala being able to bring a photograph from 80 years in the past. After about 5 seconds of light surprise, she's just totally fine with it. She even picks up a broken necklace of Kamala's to see it is left in the shape of the lightning bolt her final costume sports. Because he couldn't let it have other meaning, no, it has to be a random piece of broken jewelry. Since Kamran's all alone in Jersey with everyone else having left for Pakistan, he seeks out Bruno's help and wants to lay low until his mother returns. But a damage control probe finds him and fires a missile, blowing up the Circle Q. Oh no! I bet they're both totally fine other than some black smudges and light blood. Next week will probably consist of Kamran fighting Kamala because he won't let her finish explaining how Najma died. If instead she's fighting damage control the whole time to free Kamran, I'll be pleasantly surprised, but we all know how Marvel shows work. You fight someone with the same powers in the last episode. So that's my thoughts on this week. What are your impressions? Let me know down below.
Is it just me, or did the crystals forming around the people killed by the rift kind of feel like a Terrigenesis husk? I know, they're not doing Inhumans, but maybe they're doing little nods to it anyway.
Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and share the video with your friends. Subscribe to my Patreon to get shouted out in future videos. Check out my Bandcamp for banging tunes, including all the tracks you heard in this video. Follow me on Twitter @GayestFesh, and don't forget to check out my podcast, The Rest of Both Worlds, where I go through Star Trek The Next Generation with a friend who's never seen it. Thank you to all my patrons, with a special shout out to Piftle Cakes and Renee Vorbeck. Your support is greatly appreciated. See you all in the next video.